Hey, what's up YouTube? Welcome back. This is Seth Travers, and what we're doing right now in this video is talking about 3 workouts that have helped me gain my mobility as well as relieve some knee pain that I've had over the past several years ever since I've had numerous knee injuries in my left leg. So in my left leg, I tore my ACL twice, I broke my knee, I dislocated my knee, I have no meniscus in my left knee, and I pulled my hamstring twice. So you can tell my left tire has been going through pretty much quite a bit when it comes to working out. But these 3 workouts that I've pretty much learned and put together from Ben Patrick and other people on social media are the most effective things. Now, Ben Patrick actually even says these are the 3 things that he does before he works out without even stretching. So the goal for me is to have maintained mobility, not just mobility when I stretch. So a consistency of mobility, being able to take off, being able to jump when I want without thinking about it, without having to stretch. These are 3 workouts I'm gonna do. I'm gonna walk you guys through these as I go through them now. All right, so the very first one we're gonna do is the ATG split squat. Simply getting on some type of elevated platform. Right now, this is kind of level I'm comfortable at. You know, getting a good range with your back leg. Make sure your back leg is essentially pointed forward, and you go down. Now, here is your natural range of motion, and then keep going till your thigh touches your calf without your knee touching the ground, and come back up. You can see the mobility in my left leg is still getting there. So we'll show you guys again. Go down as much as you can with your knee over your toe without lifting your foot up. Then once you can't do it anymore, lift your foot up and then go, and then come back up. Some people will add weight to this so you can get deeper into your ATG split squat. If you see my right leg, the mobility difference, when I go down here, good mobility, right? You see I'm all the way down here with my right leg. My mobility is literally unmatched when it comes to the right leg. Now if I want to go a little bit lower, I can go a little bit lower. Now knees touching the ground. Ideally you want to be able to get your knee over your toe flat without your knee touching the ground. This is ideally, and your thigh touching. So that's the first one, ATG split squat. Now, if you want to add weights, some people do add weights. They add weights to get deeper, to have the weight get down into your squat, right? So the weights kind of help a little bit for you to get into your ATG split squat. This is the first one. The science behind this is over time, your leg is going to get accustomed to being in that position. So your knee, your ankle, your hip is getting pretty much conditioned to the point where that's a natural movement. If you do it over and over and over and over again, that will be a natural movement to the point where you don't have to think about doing it. You can just get into your squat. You can just get into any kind of type of squat that you want because you have that natural motion of the knees over toes. The knees over toes is simply, it's not just what you should be doing, it's essentially a target. So when he says knees over toes, it's essentially ensuring that your ankle, right, has the mobility to get over your toes, right, and then you can sink into your split squat, right? This is essentially where you want to be at. Some people have different modified versions. This is the first version I do to help me when it comes to just getting more mobile, and the first exercise I do of the 3 for my ATG warm-up. All right, so I'm taking my shoes off for this one just because I need a little bit grippy on the slant board. So essentially we have a slant board here. This slant board, I actually made the slant board with some simple wood and some grip tape. But this is a slant board, elevating your heels. The science behind it is this. When you're in the position here, and you can see I'm kind of normal in the middle of the board. When you squat and do your a normal squat, a lot of people when they squat normally, what happens is they come on their toes anyway, right? But you're not getting power through your heels. This puts you in the normal position where now, once again, it's about conditioning. You're conditioning yourself to get the depth that you want, right? With having and pushing through your heels. It's conditioning your calves, conditioning your ankles, conditioning your knees to get in and stay in this position as long as you want. So if you want to go fast, you want to bounce, you can do whatever you want with it. But some people modify it and they just go down and load the weight. What I personally feel is the most effective way to do this is when you get into this ATG or the slant board, instead of pushing your knees out, instead of just going down, try to get your knees over your toes as much as you can. So if you look, you see how my knees are over my toes here? I want to hang out. A lot of people sit back here. That's fine. I want to get my knees over my toes and sit straight up as much as I can. If I can sit straight up as much as I can, get my knees over my toes, I am attaining the most mobile position where I have the most mobility. So I try to, when I squat, get my knees over my toes as opposed to just go down like this. How does it look from the front? This is our motion from the front here. From the front here, once again, it's about getting my knees over past my toes. So here and here. This is the motion that we want. And to the point we can sit here, sitting straight up. Some people, they squat, they're hunched over. That's not good for your back. That's not good for your functionality. That's not good for sports performance or just normal performance in life. So we want to sit straight up as much as we can and come up. Some people add some weight on it. Some people take a dumbbell and they squat in it. But this is the second of the third workouts that I do, the staple when it comes to ATG. If you're starting any type of knees over toes or ATG program, these are the three things that Ben Patrick says, I think that's his name, Ben Patrick said you should do. These are the three things. So that's the second one. Let's go to the last one. All right, so the last one is actually with a tib bar. If you don't have a tib bar, I'll show you guys how you can do it with bands or simply without any type of equipment at all, just using a wall. I like the tib bar because it allows me to get deeper into my pretty much my tibialis is raised. So here, and I'm here. And this is my position. Now, when I do the tibialis raise, I want to be able to, when I do the tib raise, I want to get just a little bit off of the bench. I want to make sure that my legs are locked out and I'm here all the way down, coming up. Controlling the weight all the way down, coming up. Controlling the weight all the way down, coming up. The science behind it is that you're training the tibialis that goes from the ankle to the knee. And what research and studies have shown is that is where a lot of knee and ankle pain come from. So being able to strengthen that muscle will allow you to alleviate a lot of knee pain, but also retain ankle mobility as you start to be more athletic and more explosive. So this is the third and final workout that I do, and I have been doing to really help alleviate knee pain and be able to move and jump on the go without doing some extraneous workout warm up. So out of the three workouts, definitely try them if you had some type of knee injury. Definitely try them if you had some type of knee injury. They helped out and they've been so beneficial to me being able to retain and get back to my athletic performance. I've been after I pulled my hamstrings have been brutally weak. Well, left one has been brutally weak. And I'll put another video out on how to get and retain that hamstring strength. So thank you for tuning in. If you have not subscribed, subscribe and look out for the next video.